What a week we had in Star Wars this week. For the first time in quite a while, things actually heated up in the Star Wars galaxy. We got all of the information about the new movie that is leapfrogged the three movies that was announced back at Star Wars Celebration. Dave Filoni, his movie is not next. Chinoy's movie is not next. It's Jon Favreau's movie is next, but there's mass confusion in the world of Star Wars. And that's according to The Hollywood Reporter in their weekly report called Heat Vision. So let's see what The Hollywood Reporter actually has to say about this week in Star Wars, and this is a really good barometer of where Lucasfilm is currently at. Star Wars gave us confusion more than anything else with its Jon Favreau movie announcement after the very meh Season 3 of The Mandalorian, who was clamoring for a movie, they say. And what happens to Season 4 of the show? What happens to Dave Filoni-directed movie that was supposed to bring together that Filoni-verse show? All good questions, and here's what we know. Pre-strikes, Lucasfilm was intent on making Season 4 of Mandalorian. The scripts had all been written. During the great Hollywood break, however, things got reevaluated, with plans shifting to the movie as the priority. What happens to Season 4 now is unclear. It's definitely not a given if the movie is a success. It could lead to the next phase of Mando storytelling becoming movie sequels. Box office and fan reaction would determine that. Sources say that Filoni's own movie is still on track at this point, although it is due to come after Season 2 of Ahsoka, whenever that will be. The good news here, for movie fans at least, is that audiences will have their first Favreau-directed big-screen outing since 2019's remake of The Lion King. Favreau is not only directing the feature, but, according to sources, is also writing the script with Filoni. All of this is just evidence to me that they really didn't have a plan. This is a knee-jerk reaction. Now, it's a good decision. It is a really good decision to put The Mandalorian as a movie in the theater. They're probably going to make a little profit on it if they make the movie wisely and don't spend $1 billion. Don't have $1 billion budget, Disney, because that's probably not going to go your way. But if they are thrifty, this is the kind of thing that could really be good. Now, the latest news, and everybody was reporting on it, IGN, everybody, John Campea, everybody's talking about it. There's more to the story here. They're going to release, allegedly, a 6-season episode, an abridged episode, and the culmination of the season will be the movie. If that movie is good, they'll do 2 and 3. So that movie will actually turn into a sequel to the Dave or Jon Favreau movie that is. So he might be getting a sequel. Season 4 is still allegedly coming, according to the leakers, the scoopers. Now, many people don't believe the scoopers. Many people don't believe that the leakers and all that. Well, who do you think told you that this was going to be a movie several months ago? People didn't believe it. We reported on it. I believe the scoopers. I believe that they honestly had a conversation about, is this movie going to be, is it going to be a movie or is it going to be a season, The Mandalorian? And they went back and forth. They wavered. They finally made the decision it's going to be a season. And then they buckled once Chinoy made her comments. You know the ones. It's 2024. It's about time a female had a chance to shape a Star Wars story. Well, Kathleen Kennedy said herself that 6 of the 8 people in the story group for Lucasfilm are females, and people would be shocked to know that women are actually making Star Wars stories. So could this be what actually brings Star Wars back to a state of health? Because things have been in decline for several years now under the Disney banner. Things have not been going well. Now, there's a pocket of the fandom that's going to get very upset. They really get in their feelings when you say that Disney has mishandled Star Wars. Now, I'm not questioning anybody's fandom. I wish all those people well. I'm glad that you're getting what you like. But the fact that we're having the conversation at all, that Star Wars is in such a bad place right now with Disney, right now with Kathleen Kennedy, that never would have happened before. Even with the prequels. We weren't sitting here going, Star Wars is over, George destroyed it. I never had that thought, and I wasn't even a prequels fan back then. But I got to give them their flowers. George Lucas and Dave Filoni made the prequels much better for me when I watched The Clone Wars. I loved The Clone Wars, thought it was great. And, I would like to see Dave Filoni back in the animated space. And, because that's where he belongs, because that's where he's successful. Anyways, guys, has this been a really confusing week in Star Wars for you? Are they really telling us everything that's going on? It's really a question of leadership. Kathleen Kennedy must have never heard, stop telling people everything that you're going to do and just do it. That's what leaders do. Don't tell everybody your plans, because so many times they don't come to fruition. Look at all of the things that have been in development and announced by Lucasfilm that have hilariously not happened. Look at the long, inordinate list of people who have been fired by Kathleen Kennedy. So quit telling people that. And Kathleen Kennedy must have never heard the story of the boy who cried wolf. And don't tell her the story, by the way, guys, because she'll probably make the story herself, put a girl in it, and the girl dies, the girl who cried wolf, and she's going to blame all the men. Oh, you know it's true. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here at Echo Base Network. Let me know what you think about all of this confusion in the Star Wars galaxy. We are Echo Base Network. See you guys on the next one.